Hey there, welcome back to my channel, Libby Builds, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Aaliyah and I am a builder in The Sims 4. Today's video is a part of a series I am starting, so this is actually the first video part of this series, and it's going to be called Simspiration in Newcrest. So my plan is to completely fill in Newcrest. As you know, Newcrest is the world in The Sims 4 that comes completely empty. I actually really love Newcrest. It's definitely in my top 3 favorite worlds. Newcrest is definitely up there, one of my favorites. Even though it's empty, I like the fact that it's empty. As a builder, I love the fact that I can go in and I can put whatever I want in there. And so I often build in Newcrest because it's just easy. It really is. However, I was thinking that a lot of people don't do building. Some people are more so in the gameplay, or they make Sims and then use them for a little bit. I don't really know, but all I know is that I'm a builder, so I may as well try to help out the best that I can. So I am completely going through Newcrest and I am building an entire world, I suppose. And I'm really excited to finally do this. I've kind of had it on my mind for a while, and I'm glad that I'm actually starting it. I figured it's a great start for 2021. So here we go. So this first house, I wanted to start off small, and by small I mean micro, because this is a micro home. I thought this was a good way to start off this whole series because it gets one of the lots out of the way really quick, because it's a small lot, 20 by 15, so it's not very big, and just a micro home, like, you only have 32 tiles to work with, and I used every single tile, 32 tiles, plus I may have cheated a little bit. As you can see, there's a greenhouse addition off the side. However, it does not count for tiles because the windows, I placed them there without a wall. There's no wall there, so it's not considered a room. So technically the greenhouse is considered outside, but there's a roof over it. So I thought that was a fun little way to make the micro home seem bigger, and that way I could have a little more substance to this house and give it a little bit more of a vibe, because I am creating the Sims as well for each of these houses, or most of them. I'll probably have 1 or 2, maybe even 3 of the houses empty as like starter homes. But yeah, so this is not a starter home. It ends up being, including like the lot tax price, it ends up being $32,255. So it's not an expensive home, but I definitely did not hold back at all. It's just not that expensive in the fact that there's not many walls, so it doesn't cost that much. But I'm really excited to start this series, and I've numbered all of the lots in the world. So this is actually lot number 13. So I'm not doing this in order whatsoever. I'm just kind of doing it wherever I feel fit. I figure what I will do is I'll do 1 lot from this neighborhood, 1 lot from another, and 1 lot from the third, and then I'll cycle back through and do it that way, because there are 15 lots in total in Newcrest, 5 in each neighborhood, so I figure it would be a fun idea to kind of flip back and forth. So this neighborhood here with this micro home, I was thinking that there would be other like tiny homes as well, and this would be kind of like a tiny home community. I thought that would be a really fun idea. So I was thinking 1 micro home, 2 tiny homes, and 1 small home, and then the 5th lot, I'm thinking a park, because I was looking at this neighborhood, I was thinking of other community lots, and I just didn't get, I got the vibe of something more residential or park-like, but I'm still considering I might switch out one of the homes for a community lot. I haven't fully mapped out everything yet. I have plenty of ideas, but there are still things that are up for debate in my mind. But this house is obviously already done, so let me just talk about it a little bit. So yes, it's a micro home. There is 1 Sim who lives here. She is named Mai Tani, sorry. Stumbled over my words there a little bit. She's a young adult and she loves gardening. that's why, like, when I found the house of like this really cute, it's a shed, but it's really cute, and I figured like, oh, this would be perfect for a gardening sim. So her traits are freegan, outgoing, green fiend, and her aspiration is to be a freelance botanist. So she is very much like very plant. She loves the plants, she loves it, and so that's kind of the whole vibe I am going for with her. And I kind of made up this whole story for her where she's very outgoing, right? And I gave her some skills and charisma as well, so that she uses that like charismatic, outgoing personality to kind of run her business, and she's able to network really easily because of this. And so that allows her to kind of have this home gardening business. And so she gardens for a living and then sells it, I was thinking, to a farmer's market. So I'm actually thinking about making one of the lots in this world a farmer's market. Maybe I can use that as one of the lots in this neighborhood, and just to kind of give more substance to my story, but still not 100% sure on whether or not that will work, especially because I am using inspiration photos. That's the whole point of this. If I can't find a good inspiration photo, I won't end up doing it. So we'll see, but that's always a thought. And so she really wants to run her own business based on her gardening skills, and she's very resourceful, and she doesn't like consumerism that much. Like, yes, she needs to make money and she recognizes that, but she wants to do it in the most sustainable way possible. So that's where the freegan kind of trait comes in. So she will not have a career, she will work for herself. If you wanted to play with her in this house, you have to be mindful of the fact that she probably won't want a typical job, and you'll have to do work from home kind of jobs just to sustain her in this lifestyle, as well as, considering she's a freegan, she can go in dumpster diving as well if you felt up to it. Now that I'm actually talking about her traits a little bit, it's reminded me that I have to talk a little bit about the packs involved in this series. So I decided that I was not going to restrict myself on which packs I am going to use. I just thought it would be a lot more fun for me as a builder, and I can see myself actually sticking through this if I have the freedom to use whatever packs I want. So this is not like a base game only world. I am fully doing whatever I want. I don't have all the packs though, so I guess that helps a little bit if someone were to want to download all of the builds in one. So I apologize if anyone finds that annoying at all. There's a possibility in the future that I might do another world, maybe Willow Creek as base game only, or base game plus one pack. Who knows? That's in the future. Right now, this is the project I'm working on, so this is what I'm going to do. And I thought that would just be a fun way of getting into this, and I figured because I'm using inspiration photos, I want to use all of the resources I have available to try to make it come to life. And so all the builds I'm doing, though, I'm going to be using exterior photos only, so the interior is really up to me and the layout's up to me. Depending though, if I have some extra photos that I think fit really nicely, I might add those in as inspiration photos too. And any photo that I feel had inspired the build or was used very specifically to build the exterior, I will pop up in the video, as well as I will, when I post on Instagram, I'll include those photos as well as links to them on Pinterest. But yeah, I hope you like the idea of this. I know I'm not the only one who has tried to build up Newcrest, but I thought it would be a fun thing, and I really feel like this is really up my alley in building something like this from scratch and using all the inspiration photos. I personally am really excited to do this, and I hope you guys are excited to see it all come together. I am going to try my best to not do all the residentials first. The first two videos, however, are both residential, this one and the next one. but I'm gonna try to mix in all of the community lots here and there as well. So stay tuned for those. But for now, this is the first home. It's a micro home for Mai Tani, and I really, really love this greenhouse. I think it's so cute, and personally I would love to have a greenhouse addition off my house. I think it would just be the cutest thing, and I want it. I want this. Maybe a little bit bigger of a house. I'm not sure I could quite live in a micro home, but I still really enjoy how this build turned out. And I also feel like even though it is a micro home, it does look quite large on the inside. That probably has to do with the fact that I had this extra space on the outside to expand, and I have the whole like patio area going on in the backyard as well. So it kind of gave me the freedom to loosen up the indoors, and I have like, the bedroom is not necessarily sectioned off. There's not really a divider from it to the kitchen and the living space. So considering she's a young adult, I felt like maybe she would be fine with this sort of lifestyle. She'd rather live small than live large and buy into the whole consumerist. Like, she's living in basically a shed. Like, the inspiration photo for this was a shed, so I mean that's kind of where she's at. But I really did like the layout of it, and I think it works really well. The kitchen is, I like how it turns around on the corner inside, and I think it looks larger than it should be in a micro home. The thing that is probably the most cramped would be the living space, because it's just a couch that has like the turned TV, but considering she's a young adult, I figured that if she were to have friends over, that they would all like sit on her bed and the couch as well. And I kind of felt like that was a good vibe for her house. Like, I don't think I would put an adult in this sort of house with this layout. I feel like they would want the couch more so than the young adult, who is far more comfortable using the bed as a seating place. And I did decide to encase this yard in a fence. I don't often do that because it really does impact the curb appeal of the house from the road. So the screenshots of this house, I will say, are definitely limited by the fact that there is a giant fence in the way in the front. However, I think it's really cute in game having the fence, so I let it slide this time. And also, I did play test it. There was a few things I had to adjust, so there is some differences from what you're seeing to the tour that's going to be at the end of the video to the like what's on the gallery. And I figured that once I'm done doing all the lots, I would probably go through them all again just to update them and fix them and do anything that I felt like needed some changing. So I will definitely do that later on. It's probably going to take me 3 to 4 months to get through all of these builds because I upload twice a week, and considering there's 15 builds, it'll take a while. But we're gonna head into the tour now, so I hope you enjoy. I don't often do tours, normally it's screenshots, so I hope you enjoyed that. And if you like this series, I hope you hit that like button, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think, and I hope to see you in my next video, so bye-bye!